there? Peter? Mary? Where are you? Simon? Oh, good. Almost 1 o'clock. Where could they be? Oh my. You know what today is, boys and girls? It is. It's my birthday. I was created, I think it was 1697. Do we have any good math people here? How old would I be? You know? 103. I'm much older than that. You have your hand up. How old would I be?
301.
No, a math student. Someone who's good in math. 5th grade. Let's see. 301. A man created me, a French man named Charles Perrault, and in 1697. So Mother Goose wasn't a woman at all. She was a man. But I'll tell you a little bit more about Mother Goose later, because this Charles Perrault wrote a lot of interesting stories and a lot of interesting rhymes about the queen. And I keep cutting off. Well, let's go ahead and get the show started. Boys and girls, come out and play. The moon does shine as bright as day. Leave your supper and leave your sleep. Enjoy playfellows in the street. Come with a whoop, and come with a call, and come with a goodwill, or don't come at all. Come on, Gertrude. Oh, boys and girls, I'm so glad you could come for my birthday. I was worried about you. Jack, my son Jack, should be up here somewhere. Hi, Jack. Here, Gertrude, you sit right there. I can't see you people over here. Do you like stories? I like stories, and I've written a lot of stories. Old Mother Goose, when she wanted to wander, she would ride through the air on a very fine gander. I didn't always rhyme. Mother Goose had a house. 'Twas built in the wood. And out the door 4 porters stood. She had a son Jack, a plain-looking lad. Come on out, Jack, so everyone can see you. He was not very good, nor yet very bad. She sent him to market, a live goose he bought. Go on to the market, son. Here, mother, says he, it will not go for naught. Jack's goose and her gander grew very fond. They both eat together or swim in one pond. Jack found one morning, as I've been told, you know how boys are, they don't tell their mothers everything. His goose had laid him an egg pure of gold. Jack rode to his mother, the news for to tell. She called him a good boy. Oh, here he comes. What a good boy you are. Thank you very much. Can you put the gander right here? Now, Gertrude, you behave yourself. Jack sold his gold egg to a rascally knave. Not half of its value to poor Jack he gave. Then Jack went to courting a lady so gay, as fair as a lily and sweet as the May. And the knave and the squire came up at his back and began to belabor the sides of poor Jack. But old Mother Goose that instant came in and turned her son into a harlequin. But old Mother, and she then with her wand touched the lady so fine and turned her at once into sweet Columbine. The gold egg in the sea was thrown away then. And then Jack, he jumped in and got it again. And old Mother Goose, the goose saddled soon and mounted his back and flew to the moon. How'd you like my story? Maybe you can join us and sing along with us. Very good, boys and girls. And the audience sounded pretty good today, too. Like they're in pretty good form.
Mother Goose, I know one of your rhymes.
You do, dear heart? And which one do you remember?
Little Jack Horner.
Oh, Little Jack Horner. I think I recall that one. I wrote a lot of stories about my son Jack because he was my favorite boy. Sorry, Simon and Peter.
Little Jack Horner sat in his corner eating his Christmas pie. Stuck in his thumb, pulled out a card and said, "What a good boy am I. What a good boy am I."
Very good.
Got to eat it.
Jill, where's Jill? Jill? Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fill water. Jack fell down and broke his tail, broken something that top. Jack got up and Humpty Top as fast as he could caper, sold him dog and passed his dog with vinegar and brown paper.
Very good, Jill. Why, Humpty Dumpty, you're looking so much better. You might want to speak in a microphone, Humpty. I know your voice is a little weak.
Handy, Spandy, Jack and Dandy, love plum cake and sugar candy, bought some
There's ours.
and out came Papa.
Oh, good, Humpty. It's so good. You're looking a little pale. Another story I wanted to tell you about little Jack Horner. There really was a man named Jack Horner, and he lived in England during the time of Henry VIII. And what Jack Horner did, the bishop had given him 12 parcels for deeds to land, and he put them inside of a pie so he could take them and turn them in, but they didn't want anyone to know they were in there. So you know what Jack did? Before he turned it in, he reached out and took out a deed. And to this day, the Horner family still has that estate in England. I'm so proud of my son, Jack. He built a house. And he has a picture. He went to get you the picture. friends? You're good today? You're being awfully quiet. I know, you're quiet as a mouse, right? Sometimes they make just a little squeak. Jack, did you find your picture? Very good. This is the house that Jack built. And this is the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the cat that killed the rat that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the man, all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden, all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog, that worried the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malt, that lay in the house that Jack built. It is hot up here. This is the priest, all shaven and shorn, that married the man, all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden, all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog, that worried the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malt, that lay in the house that Jack built. Doing real well. This is the cock that crowed in the morn, that waked the priest all shaven and shorn, that married the man all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog, that worried the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. And this is the farmer sowing his corn, that kept the cock that crowed in the morn, that waked the priest all shaven and shorn, that married the man all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog, that worried the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malt, oh goodness, and lay in the house that Jack built. Thank you, boys and girls.
Rest on the ground.
Well, hi, kitty cats. You do, and which one do you remember, dearie?
Jack's Fred, kitty no pet, his wife kitty no lead, and so between the two of them was lit the fire flame.
Oh my goodness, kitty cat, there probably wasn't much left for you, was there?
Call the
Little boy
kitty
Blue,
cat.
you really have to get closer to that microphone.
Little Jack Pumpkin Face thought Little Jack Pumpkin Face was gone. Little Jack Pumpkin Face thought he was fine. First he was small and green, then big and yellow. Little Jack Pumpkin Face is a hard fellow.
Very good, little boy Blue.
Can I tell one of your own?
Sure, kitty cat.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candles.
Oh my goodness, and you really have to watch Jack because sometimes he doesn't jump so high. Well, I've had to patch several of his britches.
Are they done with all of them?
Filled it up with found it was a joke, they will also be.
Thank you, Mousiekins, for saving the day. Sir Knight? Sir Knight Scott?
Oh, Mother Goose, I remember one of your nursery rhymes.
You do? And which one do you remember, sweetheart?
Very, very close to sure, and how's your garden going? The silver bells, the purple bells, and the maids all in a row.
Very good, thank you.
Mother Goose, I know one of your riddles.
Yes, Nightwags.
There was a girl in town, silk and satin was her gown, silk and satin golden velvet. I give her name 3 times on television. Anybody in the audience know what her name
Can anyone guess what her name is?
is? You? Do you know? Yeah? No? Do you know? Goldilocks? No?
Dash.
Ash has got his hand up, doesn't he?
Where's Ash?
Does anyone have a guess? There's some hands up out there.
Do you know? Yeah?
I know, but I'm not going to say. Her name was Anne. That was a good riddle, wasn't it? Oh, and I like to write poems about old women. Because I'm not. I'm only 301 years old. Little baby. Wait a minute. Something.
Poor Betty do. Why give her another to match the other, and then she may walk on the ship.
Well, good for Betty. I hate it when that happens because then your stockings get so dirty. Wow. I bet that Lammy never goes back to school again. Old Mother Hubbard. Move. Move. Oh, another favorite of mine is an old woman. How many of you have ever heard of an old woman named Hubbard? Have you heard of her? Well, old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare. And so the poor dog had none. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread. But when she came back, the poor dog was dead. She went to the joiner's to buy him a coffin.
Not shy.
But when she came back, the poor dog was laughing. She took a clean dish to get him some tripe. And when she came back, she got a little confused. And when she came back, he was smoking his pipe. Whoops. She went to the fishmonger's to buy him some fish. And when she came back, he was licking the dish. She went to the hatter's to to buy him a hat. But when she came back, he was feeding the cat. She went to the barber's to buy him a wig. But when she came back, he was dancing a jig. She went to the fruiterer's to buy him some fruit. But when she came back, he was playing his flute. She went to the tailor's to buy him a coat. But when she came back, he was riding a goat. She went to the cobbler's to buy him some shoes. Attractive. But when she came back, he was reading the news. Thank you. Dad, when you were little, come here please. When you were little, did you write a story about me one time?
I did. Yes, I did. There was an old woman who lived in a zoo. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. She fed them some blossoms without any bread and spanked them all soundly to bed.
That's a joke. Spanked you soundly?
Yeah.
Get back there. Oh, let's see. I have two boys named Jack. It was one of my favorite names. Something about my seaside cottage. Let's see. I think his name is Jack David. Hi, Jack.
And once there lived an old woman by the sea. She was as merry as could be. She did nothing but carol from morning till night. Sometimes she caroled by candlelight. She caroled in time, she caroled in tune, she done, and no one cared but the man on the moon.
When I start singing, no one wants to hear it but the man in the moon. Believe me. Yes, Mousy. You do?
There was an old lady who was under a hill, and if she's not gone, she lives there still.
That's right. Unless she goes away, she's still there. I think we have a song about one of my other children named Simon. Simon wasn't one of my brighter children. In fact, we didn't even bring him here today. Is Simon here? No, Simon didn't come.
Mother Goose, can I tell what it is?
Sure, Spot.
Pickety piggy, my fat hen, lays eggs for gentlemen. Sometimes nine and sometimes 10. Pickety piggy, my fat hen.
And that leaves a lot of eggs for you, doesn't it? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. There were 3 little kittens. They lost their mittens, and they began to cry.
Oh, Mother dear, we sadly fear that we have lost our mittens. What? Lost our mittens? You naughty kittens, and you shall have no pie. Meow, meow, meow. No, you shall have no pie.
The 3 little kittens, they found their mittens, and they began to cry.
Oh, Mother dear, 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 we have found our mittens. Put on your mittens, you silly kittens, and you shall have some pie. Meow, 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 we shall have some pie.
The 3 little kittens put on their mittens and soon ate up the pie.
Dear, we so happy here that we have soiled our mittens. What soiled your mittens, you naughty kittens?
Then they began to sigh.
Meow, 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 meow.
Then they began to sigh. The three little kittens, they washed their mittens and hung them out to dry.
Oh, Mother dear, see here, for we have washed our mittens. Wash the mittens, you silly kittens, and I smell a rat close by. Smell a rat close by.
Oh, poor rat. Don't hurt him. I think the rat better hurry up and come back front.
I know rhymes.
You do? You old rat, you?
Blah, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. One for the master, one for the gang, one for the other boy.
Thank you, Mouse. Rat?
Your turn.
Yes, Mother Cat.
I have a rhyme for you. Hickory dickory dock, the mice went up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse went down, hickory dickory dock.
Very good. I hope they didn't hurt themselves when they fell down the clock. Hi, kitty cat.
Mother Goose, how about Humpty Dumpty?
What about Humpty Dumpty?
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Couldn't put Humpty together again.
Oh, there goes Humpty. Back to the hospital. I'll send you a card, Humpty Dumpty. Don't worry, boys and girls. Humpty Dumpty will be good as new in a couple weeks. Yes, ma'am.
Pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London to look at the Queen. Pussycat, what did you there? I frightened a little mouse under her chair.
Good for the Queen. That reminds me of another story about the Queen of England, Elizabeth I. She couldn't remember the people that she worked for, and she liked to play cat and mouse games. So with the people that worked in the castle. And she couldn't remember their names. And she always had a girl that would come in and taste her food for her to make sure it wasn't poisoned. So she called her Spoon. And then there was the man that always served the food at the table, and his name was Dish. And do you know what happened one night? The dish ran away with the spoon. Tiquas. Do you have a poem? Could you share it with us?
Georgie Collie, looking his pipe, used to fiddle and make him hot. Then the boy come up and say, Georgie Collie, what my way?
Very good. Thank you. Another little story. An old woman was sweeping her house, and she found a little crooked sixpence. What, said she, shall I do with this little sixpence? Why, I will go to the market and buy myself a little pig. As she was coming home, she came to a stile. But the pig would not go over the stile. So she went a little farther and she met a dog. So she said to the dog, 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 bite pig. Pig won't go over the stile and I shan't get home tonight. But the dog would not. So she went a little farther and she met a stick. So she said, Stick, stick, beat dog. Dog won't bite pig. Pig won't get over the stile and I shan't get home tonight. But the stick would not. She went a little farther and she met a fire. So she said, Fire, fire, burn stick. Stick won't beat dog. Dog won't bite pig. Pig won't get over the stile and I shan't get home tonight. But the fire would not. She went a little farther and she met some water. So she said, I think this is water. Let me check. Oh, Yep, that's water. Water, water, quench fire. Fire won't burn stick. Stick won't beat dog. Dog won't bite pig. Pig won't go over the stile. And I shan't get home tonight. But the water would not. She went a little farther and she met an ox. And she said, ox, ox, drink water. Water won't quench fire. Fire won't burn stick. Stick won't beat dog. Dog won't bite pig. And pig won't go over the stile. And I shan't get home tonight. But the ox would not. She went a little farther and she met a butcher. She said, butcher, butcher, kill the ox. Ox won't drink water. Water won't quench fire. Fire won't burn stick. Stick won't beat dog. Dog won't bite pig. Pig won't go over the stile. And I shan't get home tonight. But the butcher would not. She went a little farther and she met a rope. And she said, rope, rope, hang butcher. Butcher won't kill ox. Ox won't drink water. Water won't quench fire. Fire won't burn stick. Stick won't beat dog. Dog won't bite pig. Pig won't go over the stile. And I shan't get home tonight. But the rope would not. So she went even a little farther and she met a rat. And she said, rat, rat, gnaw rope. Rope won't hang butcher. Butcher won't kill ox. Ox won't drink water. Water won't quench fire. Fire won't burn stick. Stick won't beat the dog. Dog won't bite the pig. Pig won't go over the stile. And I shan't get home tonight. But the rat would not. So she went even a little farther. And she met a cat. So she said, cat, cat, kill rat. Rat won't gnaw rope. Rope won't hang butcher. Butcher won't kill ox. Ox won't drink water. Water won't quench fire. Fire won't burn stick. Stick won't beat the dog. And the dog won't bite the pig. Pig won't go over the stile. And I shan't get home tonight. And the cat said, I will if you give me a saucer of milk. I will kill the rat. So the old woman gave the cat the milk. And when she had lapped up the milk, the cat began to kill the rat began to gnaw the rope began to hang the butcher began to kill the ox began to drink the water began to quench the fire began to burn the stick began to beat the dog began to bite the pig jumped over the stile, and the old woman was able to go home that night.
Yeah, Daniel's a big kitty cat, isn't he?
Does anyone recognize who's on the other side of the stage with me today? Do you know who he is? He's old King Cole. What do you know about old King Cole? Back here? I'm sorry, I can't hear. There are too many voices. What about old King Cole? The girl with the pink shirt on. Uh-huh. What do you know about old King Cole? He's a king. What else about him? Black shirt. What do you know about King Cole? Back here, back by Jordan. What do you know? I can't hear you. He's a jolly old soul. Well, this is Mr. Whittakin, and he's King Cole, and he is a jolly old soul, and we would like to really thank him in front of all of you because he helped make all of the scenery up here. He drew it.
Ethan. Keep your features up.
boys and girls. My, we're in fine tune today. We would also like to thank Mrs. Croy for all of her help in playing that beautiful music. Thank you, Mrs. Croy. And we really appreciate all of you coming. Oh, Miss Hans, how are you?
I understand you're having a celebration today.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Mother.
Thank you.
My name is Sister Sue, and I've come with a present for you. My gift to you on your birthday is a song,
I love songs.
and I'd love you to join me as I sing this present for Mother Goose. Now, perhaps you've heard of Jack and Jill. Let's see, they went to, and then and and that's very similar to what happens in my song, but there's a silly twist to this song, and I hope you don't mind.
Oh, I
I'll
don't
change
mind.
some of the story. Join me, boys and girls. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his cup and threw it out the window, the second story window. Can't sing a rhyme and sing out time and throw it out the window. How about Mary, who had a little lamb? Let's try that. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, she threw it out the window, the second story window. Sing it on time, throw it out the window. How about Tikva? How about Georgie Porgy? Georgie Porgy, puddin' and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, they threw it out the window, the second story window. Kids and rhymes, singing on top, threw it out the window. How about the big egg that fell? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men threw him out the window, the second story window. Can't sing a rhyme and sing it on time, throw it out the window. There was a spider and a little girl. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and threw her out the window, the second story window. Can't sing a rhyme and sing it on time, throw it out the window.
Well, thank you all for joining us in celebrating my birthday, my 301st birthday.